I'm Jason Jorgensen. It is time for another edition of HuskerChat. We are joined by Sean Callahan, the publisher of Husker Online, as we take a look back at Nebraska's tight victory against Northwestern, and we look forward to this week's game at Minnesota. Sean, we all kind of expected a tight matchup between Nebraska and Northwestern, and we pretty much got the type of game we've seen from these two programs ever since Nebraska's joined the Big Ten.
Yeah, you look at this series, Jason, over time, 6 of the 9 games have been decided by 3 points or less. 7 have been decided by 7 points or less. We got that again. Nebraska kind of pulled it out in dramatic fashion, and that's really been the tale of this series. You know, teams have made improbable comebacks or finishes, and Nebraska got one again with Lane McCallum, a walk-on kicker, drilling a field goal in a situation about a month ago he never would have thought he'd be in.
I think you really have to give Coach Frost and the team a lot of credit for finding a way to pull that one out, as many of their top players had left and weren't playing in that one.
You had no Adrian Martinez, no J.D. Spielman down the stretch, no Maurice Washington down that stretch of the game. You already were without Khalil Davis. So you look at guys like Noah Vedral stepping up, Lane McCallum, as I mentioned earlier. But I thought Frost and the coaching staff did a great job of looking at what they had. And they had one guy, Wan'Dale Robinson, that was a difference maker on that field. They drew up 3 plays to Wan'Dale, a long touchdown run, a shovel pass play that should have been a touchdown, and then obviously the catch that he made to set up the field goal. And I thought Wan'Dale Robinson was the pure difference in that game, along with the Lamar Jackson interception.
Now, a lot is going to be talked about and made this week about Adrian Martinez. If he can go, if he can't go. What's kind of your take on how this shakes out, and how confident are you that Noah Vedral can show up in Minneapolis on Saturday night and play well?
Yeah, today it just has the feel that Noah Vedral is going to get the nod. The way Martinez came off that field, the way he almost had to be carried off the field, it just didn't look good. And, you know, you think about it, you know, if he doesn't play Saturday, that would give him, with the bye week now, 3 full weeks between Saturdays to rest that leg or knee and see where it's at. And Noah Vedral obviously got the #1 reps early in the week in practice. Luke McCaffrey with him as well. And it just seems to me that he's going to be the guy, and I know he's ready for it. This is a moment that Noah has trained for his entire life. This is why he came to Nebraska. He's a very poised, confident kid, a very good athlete, was a point guard on a state championship basketball team, took his football team in high school to the state finals, and was a state hurdling champion. So he's got a little bit of everything that he brings to the table, and you know, I think he's excited for this opportunity.
Today on Husker Chat, we're joined by Sean Callahan of Husker Online. Now, there's no secret here. Nebraska's had some issues along the offensive line. Cam Jurgens continues to struggle with the snaps. What was made of that this week?
You know, we talked about it a little bit. Matt Farniak gave some interesting comments, just saying that it's not acceptable. They've got to get it fixed, and, you know, it's elementary, and that is true. I mean, that should be, you know, an automatic. The snap should get to the quarterback, and it's lingered as a problem, and here we are now 6 weeks in, going into game 7, and we're still talking about it, and that should not be the case. And, you know, I don't know if Jurgens is just too jacked up or putting too much pressure on himself, but you know, it's becoming something that you never should talk about, and we're talking about it way too much for this point of the year.
Sean, as always, thanks a lot for your time.
Hey, thanks, Jason.
And that was Sean Callahan, the publisher of Husker Online. His thoughts heading into that Nebraska-Minnesota matchup. As always, thanks a lot for joining us for Husker Chat. I'm Jason Jorgensen. Hi, this is Jason Jorgensen, Sports Director at KRVN. Thanks for watching our YouTube video. Keep up to date with everything we have going on with our sports coverage. You can find that, and we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Just hit the little red button in the right corner.